Welcome back. Yes, Piya, Mayenin, we were talking about so many things, and now I would like your opinion about your article that you wrote about some time ago, demystifying Bengali identity in the UK. This is something that I've always thought about, how to integrate. I don't think assimilation is the option, but how to integrate, how much can we, how forward can we go without leaving the boundaries of our own culture, our own traditions, our own language, our own religion, our own norms, our own traditions, see. Okay, well, there are success stories like that in success in parliament. You've got 3 parliamentarians, 3 of them ladies.
Yes.
No discrimination there.
No.
Okay.
Well, UK is a signatory
Yes.
to CEDAW.
Right. This brings British Bangladeshi a sense of true hope and prosperity. We feel included, not isolated. That's what you wrote.
Yes.
Now, what is the way forward? How do we go from here? How much to integrate? More parliamentarians, more doctors, more engineers, more nurses?
We don't have to have everyone becoming parliamentarians,
Right.
or doctors. I think we need to start with becoming more aware and becoming aware that integration is necessary, because integration, as you said, is not the same as assimilation. The whole world, the whole universe is dynamic. We've talked about immigration. We are dynamic. My father was brought up in Bangladesh. I'm brought up here. You know, and my children are brought up here up to now. God knows, you know, I could go somewhere
where
else.
they will go.
Go and settle down after they get married or something. Yeah. So therefore, we need to integrate the place where we live, where we are. We need to adjust with that environment as well. So to become more aware, but to become more aware, I think in that article that you're referring to, what I was saying is that in order to integrate, you need to know yourself.
Right.
If you don't know yourself, you don't know what you're integrating into or what you should, how you should integrate into. And then you need to know yourself. And I think in that article, what I was saying about the obstructions of world affairs and Islamists and things like that, and jihadists, and that has an effect on our community.
But that is at a different level, isn't it?
Clearly, well,
like a young boy, a school going boy or a girl, see, and she wants to do things that her classmates do, see. That is a form of integration, isn't it? To be identified, not to be singled out. I'm different, she is different, see. So she's trying to integrate, see.
We're always trying to integrate in that way.
Yes.
Even those, I suppose, even those going off to join, you know, jihadist movements and things like that, they're trying to integrate.
That's a different kind of integration.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
But then again...
But I'm saying you need to know your own background.
On that point, see, you wrote somewhere in that article, as a second-generation British Bengali, I too suffered, was confused, found solace in my religion, when things were not clear. See.
Yeah.
So if you look at those characters going to join whatever forces they are, see, they are possibly also trying to find solace, quote unquote, somewhere. See, that is none of our business. See, at the moment. See, we are trying to talk about integration here.
Here. Yes. Well, all I'm trying to say is we need to be aware about these movements. We need to be. We need to know what's happening in the world,
right.
And then we need to know our own history, our own background, our parents' history. This is very much appropriate for very much relevant for the question that you're asking, because we are, you know, because it's an immigrant issue. Immigrants, wherever they go, they are faced with a new country, a new culture, new way of life, than where they came from. And maybe that was faced by our parents, but the second generation also feels that. The third generation may feel it less, you know, that's how it is. So from that point of view, when I wrote that, and I'm saying it's highly pertinent that you need to know your own background as well,
Right.
to integrate. And also you need to, we need to make policies and, well, push for policies that help us in the UK. For instance, there are many Bangladeshi organizations in the UK working for issues that are happening in Bangladesh, which is all very good. I'm all for it, because as a person that's aware, an educated person, and I know what's happening, and I have ties over there. I was born there, and my parents were there. So if I can help over there, if anything that I say or write or do helps Bangladesh, that is also my duty as well. But I cannot forget that we have a community here that has been here for 4 generations now, 5 generations for some. And we have our own set of struggles as immigrants.
Briefly,
especially in light of integration.
Yep, integration is difficult, definitely, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are your views on radicalization in our community here? I'm talking about here, the Bangladeshi community in this place. See, we have 50 mosques in East London.
Yes.
And funny enough, we have 75 betting shops. And the betting shops are also frequented by our young people, see. Yes. I mean, some people have done this research, and some people have done similar programs, see, on these lines, you see.
Alongside, you're saying alongside the radicalization, there's also, you know...
the kind of integration. Betting shops.
Yeah, well, that's not the integration that we had in mind.
Yes, of course,
but,
of course. One of the problems I think the first generation migrants had was the problem of communication, see. So that was the stumbling block. That's the first thing, that how do you communicate with the people? And also because we were looked at with different glasses or in a different way, because we were different, see. We spoke differently, we dressed differently, we were, you know, different skin color. So anything that is unusual, that is not familiar with, people are a bit suspect, see. Who are they? What do they eat? What do they talk about, see? Now, if we talk in the same language, see, we can communicate, we can express ourselves well the way they do, see. They means the host community. So I think this is the first river that we have crossed towards integration.
Yes.
We can communicate.
That's right, and we have to aim to do well. We have to, even if we don't all become parliamentarians or all doctors or barristers, but to get good jobs, to educate ourselves.
To get a good job, you've got to be a communicator, right?
You've got to be, you've got to educate yourself. You've got to go to school. You've got to not lose track. You just asked me about radicalization. Shall I quickly answer that as well?
Sure.
Yeah, because you need to keep on track. And some people are getting diverted because of other things that are going on in the world. And I just... we're being distracted by these sort of things in our community. That's what I mean, I don't want to start it because it's going to take a long time.
Right.
That's why I'm not going into it.
Let me ask you a question. You have written about secularism, see? Secularism, see? Now, it's a very nice word, see, and a lot of educated people take pride and say, I'm secular, and that country is secular, and this country is secular. But if we look around, see, even in this country, the Queen is the head of the government as well as the head of the Church of England, see. In America, every politician worth his salt will end his speech, God save America, see. Back in Bangladesh, see, we have we call it a secular country, but the majority of people are Muslims, and the Muslim festivals are celebrated with a gusto, robustly, see, and that really leaves you no other opinion that this is a Muslim country. Now we have this Bishwa Ijtama, see.
Yeah.
It's been so...
It's very difficult. I mean, I think
we have the Bishwa Ijtama is success story, I mean, quote unquote,
yeah,
in their own words, is that now they have to have it on 2 different occasions every year, see. And one person who has attended this year cannot attend next year because there's so many people coming in. And who are these people? They are Muslims, so this is a Muslim country. Look at India, a secular country where Hinduism is the predominant religion. See.
yeah.
Diwali is much more robustly celebrated than any other religious
Well, some would say India has
celebrations.
become much more of a Hindu nationalist country right now. But what I was going to say is that if you first of all, we need to define secularism, because secularism has been defined differently by people, and there's a lot of problem. You know, some people think that secularism means that you do not allow for any religions, and there are some secularists who have said that, you know, that they said the way forward is to just abolish all religions. But that's not what secularism is. Secularism, in my opinion,
they have tried and they have failed in the USSR.
They have
tried and they have
tried
failed.
for secularism.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, even in Britain, you always, in Christmas, Mr. Cameron reminded us that we have to think about Christian values.
True, true.
Yeah, but I don't even know what the Christian values are. What am I going to think about? You know, but the thing is, I have to know what the Christian values are. I really don't know.
That's a part of integration.
Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know what the Christian values are. But I have an idea, as an educated person,
right.
They will be very, very similar to Muslim values.
Yes.
They will be very similar to Hindu values or Jewish values. Because religion came on this earth for a good purpose. Religion did not come for a bad purpose. It is people who use religion.
Their interpretation is wrong.
And their interpretation is wrong. And now the very dangerous thing is, why, you know, our youngsters in Britain are also can be diverted, is when you use religion as a way of identifying yourself as a religious nationalism, that's when it becomes very difficult. Now, coming back to secularism, you have a long time.
Well, we can't go back to now secularism
because
the time is finished. And thank you very much, Piya, for being with us and accepting the invitation.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you. It was an honor being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers, for being with us, and I hope that you've enjoyed the show as much as we have. And we will see each other next week, same time, same channel. In the meantime, keep watching us on YouTube. You can watch us on your Facebook, on Line, and take care of yourself. Thank you.